Hi, I'm Kim Wilson,
And I'm Natasha Marchewka.
and this is Speechless.
Speechless. Speechless.
Welcome to our behind the scenes take on real life in VO, where we share our stories, our resources, and our unsolicited opinions. And this was a really funny show.
Yeah.
Funny and fun and all the above.
Ironic because it's about vocal health. And you'd be like, oh,
I know,
it was
boring.
really
Sorry,
funny
sorry, Nick.
because we're hilarious, of course.
Clearly.
Kim's hilarious. And Nic Redman is our guest. Nic Redman she's
Hilarious.
Irish, but she lives in the UK and she is hilarious. In fact, we had trouble cutting this down. It was much longer, and now it's a good 20 minutes, but it's worth it. So take a look.
Hey, Speechless fans, this is Tracy Lindley, and I just wanted to tell you about my course real quick. It's called the VO Edge, and it is all about how to use your free LinkedIn profile to market yourself online, how to connect with amazing clients. These are people that I've been connected with since I started using it in 2015. I became the voice of realtor.com that year, and I've grown my business from 0 to 6 figures in only 5 years, and it just keeps climbing. That's with 4 kids and a crazy life. So if you have a crazy life too, and you would like to find out how to use your free LinkedIn profile to connect with the right people who make the decisions about hiring voice talent, then this course is for you. Check it out.
Speechless is brought to you by VoiceOverView, the business tracking and management platform created by voice actors for voice actors.
VoiceOverView has all the tracking metrics you need to help manage your voiceover business. Track earnings over time, invoice directly through top invoicing platforms, gain insight into your booking strengths, build and maintain relationships with top clients, and grow your business by managing prospects and leads, track expenses, tax prep, and more, all in a simple to use platform.
Check it out at voiceoverview.com. See the show notes for a link to get 30 days free. Voice talent need quiet.
For us, quiet comes in the form of a STUDIOBRICKS booth.
Now, we've recorded in closets, and nothing against closets, but with families and the need to raise our game, we both independently bought a StudioBricks.
I love my booth because when clients see it on Zoom, they know I'm the real deal. But also, I feel more professional in it.
And I like StudioBricks because it's whisper quiet in my noisy neighborhood, and also it's gorgeous.
Right? I have a StudioBRICKS 1.
And I have the voiceover edition.
I want that.
Head over to studiobricks.com.
World-class sound isolation booths, high-quality materials, less environmental burden.
POZOTRON is the technology busy voice talent need. It literally cut our editing time in half.
Positron overlays your script to your voiceover to ensure script accuracy. In moments, you'll discover pickups or a perfect read. Upload your script, upload your audio, and Positron does the rest.
For audiobook proofing, this is a must. For e-learning and long-form narration, even one page of script. This process couldn't be easier. Positron ensures your narration is word perfect, so you can focus on your performance and delivery.
Check out positron.com or email hello@positron.com for a free product demo.
Nic, it's
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I had to get a cup of tea. I was just coming out of my last session there and I needed a cup of tea.
You
It
brought
works,
your
yeah.
tea. I brought my faux latte.
I
Only
want
a
to know.
half a coffee. I heat milk, shake it up so it's foamy and cinnamon. So it's, yeah, that's my latte.
Lovely.
That
did
is
you bring
so
today, Kim?
nice. Well, I don't day drink usually. So I have my VO Doctor mug, and I'm actually having tea. I'm having this puka tea, chamomile.
Oh,
nice.
lovely. We've got pocket tea.
Yeah, I love
Oh.
it.
Very
So
nice.
cheers. And what are you
Cheers.
having, Nick?
Cheers.
I've got today peppermint tea.
Mm.
Usually I just have what we call builder's brew, which is like normal English breakfast tea. But
Builder's
I
brew.
builder's brew, but my milk was off. So I put it in and it kind of went bleh. So I've
Ooh.
gone for peppermint and it's in my very snazzy mug which says stay hydrated for feck's sake.
I love it.
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
love it. Well, cheers. Welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, welcome to our
Thanks for having me.
show. We have some, well, clearly we have a lot to touch on with you, and I'm really excited about the part where we're sharing products and you're going to say yay or nay, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Oh,
where
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Um,
It'll be fun.
Uh-oh.
It'll be
Prepare
fun.
to be
It'll be fun.
sued. No.
yeah. Right. We can edit. Okay, well, let's start. Actually, I'm going to start from the bottom, and certainly Kim, jump in with your questions.
Yay.
So I've actually learned a fair bit of vocal health from Elissa Weinzimmer. She's an amazing human in New York and shares this whole amazing course. But so I know, acid reflux is a thing. I'm learning about that as well. I want to know, besides dairy and coffee, are there foods that we should stay away from to help us, so that when we jump in the booth, we're on, putting our best foot forward? Nick.
Right.
Yeah. So there are two things, well, lots of things to say about this. The first thing
Yeah.
is that everybody is different. So I caveat all dietary advice with the fact that everybody's body is different. Everybody's the way they receive foods mentally is different in terms of the psychosomatic effect sometimes of what we believe to be true versus what we actually feel is literally happening. Sometimes, we read things so much on the internet that we assume it's happening to us, even though it's not. It's like, oh yeah, dairy definitely makes my vocal folds really
and I have no problem
sticky.
with
And it's
that.
like, well, yeah, it's fine. But I think for me, it's about understanding that everybody's different. So the first thing I recommend with any kind of dietary advice for speakers on microphones is keep a wee food diary. If you feel that you're having problems like mouth clicks or reflux or sticky mouth feeling, or you're getting vocally tired, anything like that, keep a little diary. You can have 2 little columns or 3 little columns, like what I ate, how I felt, what time it was, that kind of thing, and just write down, because we're all different. Dairy, for some people, will make the viscosity of what's inside your mouth at the time thicker, because it's a thicker substance. So you may feel a little claggy, I would say. I don't know if that's an Irish
Love
word,
these
but
words.
I mean?
Even how you pronounce. Yeah,
I don't know.
Claggy.
It
I feel
sounds
like I know what it means.
I know it sounds like what it is,
isn't it? Yeah, it's like claggy and kind of stuck. But because nothing you eat, drink, suck, or swallow actually touches your vocal folds on the way down,
right.
Milk doesn't coat your vocal folds, or cheese doesn't coat your vocal, honey doesn't coat your vocal folds, because it doesn't go anywhere near them. Yeah, because it's a different tube. Otherwise, we would die. That's how our bodies are designed.
and
so
that's where we end. No.
Yeah. And thank you for joining my TED Talk. So the effects of what happens with dairy in the mouth will probably pass after half an hour, 20 minutes, an hour. So it's not that if you eat dairy, all of your recordings are going to be horrific. It's that you might need to leave it 20 minutes, half an hour after having your bar of chocolate before you jump in the booth.
Right.
So just give it a bit of time. Coffee is, again, there's a whole load of misinformation or exacerbated information about the idea that it dehydrates you. The most recent science on that is that actually, if you're used to drinking caffeine, it doesn't cause any diuretic effects because your body's used to dealing with it.
You heard it here first, or maybe second if you read what Nick read.
Start your coffee makers. Why did I bring tea? Why?
So if you drink coffee a lot, your body, it's not going to make you pee more because you're probably used to it. I don't drink it that much, but every now and again, if I'm out with the girls, I'll have a wee espresso martini.
That's where you get your coffee intake.
That's when I'll have a little wee, probably, because my body's like, caffeine. But again, you'd have to be drinking an insane amount of it for it to actually have a huge impact from a hydration point of view. So coffee will not dehydrate you. It's not if I drink coffee now, my voice is going to be horrific. Like, that's nonsense. Because again, it doesn't touch your vocal folds on the way down.
Let's get a little more shallow, and that's mouth noise. Everybody wants to know.
That's what I wanted to ask. Mouth noise. You're in a no, that's fine. You're in a session and it's just like like, how do you get rid of that? Yeah, there it is. How do you get rid of that?
So for me, all of this stuff is prevention rather than cure is the most sensible route.
Right.
So if you know that you are a clicky mouther, in certain situations. And again, note down when it happens more for you. Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is
All
it
the
those
time.
big, is it
Oh.
only those big sessions when you've got someone directing you and you're a bit more nervous? You know, because that's one of those situations where your body decides it doesn't need saliva anymore because it's working on whether it needs to fight or fly. You know, it's like,
get the hell
we
out
don't
of
need
the booth.
saliva. We need heart and we need muscle strength. And also, you know, it stops making saliva, and that's why it gets clicky, and that's nerves.
Yeah.
But your body doesn't know that it's not a saber-toothed tiger coming to get you anymore. It's just a producer on the other side of the glass. Like, chill out, body. So the main way to sort of, for me, the best thing is if you are aware of that, and the main thing that I peddle in my voice coaching is knowing your instrument and understanding and feeling empowered over understanding how your instrument acts in different environments. Is that if you know you have a big session coming up and you know you get clicky when you get nervous in big sessions, then just make sure your water intake is good and better and higher running up to that point, because then it's going to decrease the chance of the click monster coming out to stay and ruining everything. The other thing that I think is really good, have I got mine here, is a nebulizer for in the moment. So
show us.
Don't want to brag, but I've got 2. Oh yeah, of course I do. So I've got 2. One is a snazzy one that's specifically for voice users called a vocal mist. I'm not, don't get kickbacks, I'm just telling you.
Okay. Well, we will put it as a resource in the note.
Yeah, great.
If you
great for American folks because they're American based. It's slightly more awkward if we're in the UK because import tax. Anyway, so this is really good, and it's like you don't need to see it, but I've got that one. And
yes, we do.
Yeah, we want to see it.
We don't. I don't even know what it looks.
Oh my god. Okay. Right. So, it looks like this.
Oh, it looks like a nebulizer.
It's a nebulizer. It's just
or an inhaler. An inhaler almost.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a nebulizer. You put a 0.9% saline solution in the top, and you suck on it for a wee bit. Yeah. And one of the main reasons or the useful things about vocal mist is, or any nebulizer, is that your body thinks it's air, so it lets it go past your vocal folds because it's just mist, and then those droplets are absorbed into the mucosal layer on the vocal folds, which helps moisturize and make slippy, and helps reduce what's called phonatory threshold pressure, which is basically how easy the vocal folds vibrate.
Now, do you need to be prescribed something like that, or
no? You just need to have money.
Like most things.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You can get other cheaper ones as well. This one's a Beurer. Beurer. It's not very good in Northern Irish accent. Beurer.
Beurer must be a European word. If you haven't seen Nic on online on Instagram and whatnot, you are so prolific sharing.
Wow, yeah.
You're an incredible social share and have so much to share. And one of the things that I think you're known for is vocal health and warm-ups, vocal warm-ups. So one of the questions that Kim and I had was, do vocal talent need personalized warm-ups, or can we all do the same thing?
So my approach to this, the simple answer would be, bespoke is better. I think there are certain things that everybody needs to hit in a warm-up. So I work through like a 4-step process of body, breath, sound, and then speech. So you work a bit on the body, you work a bit on the breath, then you work on the making of the sound, and then you work on the shaping of the sound in the speech. So it's like a 4-step process.
Wow.
And there are many different things you can do within each category to work on different elements of those areas. And some people I could give you 2 exercises in each thing, and off you go, and everybody in the world could be doing the same thing, and that would be fine. And it would be fine, you'd probably work. But everybody's bodies are different and everybody's breath is different. And even I think it's more important to think about yourself in each different moment. So today, I might feel like my body needed a loads of extra work. Tomorrow, I might feel like actually it's my breath that needs a little bit more attention. So for me, it's more about molding what you do to how your voice feels and what it needs in that moment.
Sure.
And having a big old toolkit of things at your disposal to play around with and chop and change. And
what do you offer in terms of vocal warm-ups that people can just zip over to you for, or otherwise? What's going on over there?
So there's an absolute ton of them on the Voice Coach podcast, Step 1. That's the most free and readily accessible one. And that works through that 4-step process and has loads of things. There's even like a 5-minute warm-up in there. And there's questions about if you've got a warm-up, what you need to think about if you're tweaking it. There's loads. There's like 70 episodes now.
Wow.
So yeah, there's loads in there. So head there and you'd also get a decent feel for who I am, whether you like that or not.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because not for everybody.
Awesome.
Then also I created a thing called the Voice Deck.
I love this.
It's in a Tupperware.
It's so cute.
I love
Tupperware forever.
It's a good gift.
Creator's envy.
Oh, it doesn't look tiny. This is the trial version, and it's changing a little bit as these things turn. Product development, really hard, guys. Really takes a lot of time. Anyway, it's called the Voice Deck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Like we discovered it on your and we discovered it on your website yesterday.
Yeah.
And so is it newly out or
look how pretty.
This is it's basically cards. Yeah, it's
Are those the changes?
the little
these are the the way I said that I met Leah because she corrected my grammar.
Those Leah's.
Well, I didn't get her to proofread this before I sent it to print. So it's just grammar changes and I've added extra exercises and stuff because I wanted more in there. So anyway, so on one side it's got like the exercise, and on the other side it's got like the description of the exercise. And then there's a QR code which takes you to my website with a video of each exercise.
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Kim said, what a great gift. And I'm like, it's such a great gift. Like, I'd love to give away some to our viewers or buy them.
Like, I don't know, maybe we can make that happen.
We gotta
maybe we can talk to your people, talk to my people.
Yeah. We'll get our team on it.
I'll get my team on it. Team, write that down.
Let's do the best part ever. We want to throw products at you gently,
but it's
gently.
Yeah.
Do they help
I'm ready.
or hinder? Are they snake oil? I've got one, but Natasha has like 4.
Oh, I have more than that. So.
You go first.
But yours is a good one. Oh, okay. I'll go first so that we can break my talking up with this. I think is a yay because it's been recommended by so many people. This is a Chinese honey type thing. It's called herbal dietary supplement with honey and loquat. Ninjum Pi.
Yeah.
You heard of that?
So what are you expecting it to do is my first question. And then I'll tell you whether
I love
it or not.
I've heard that after gaming sessions, which I do not do, it soothes your throat. It's like a lozenge, but it's liquid. Thoughts?
Fine. Well, yeah, if you think if you take it and it feels soothing, then great. But it doesn't touch your vocal folds in any way. So if you think it's soothing your vocal folds, then it's not. And after a gaming session, I would argue that although some soothing of the pharynx or the throat will be pleasant and mentally settling, if you're actually experiencing something that feels like it's on the vocal folds, like scratching or tiredness or whatever, then that's not going to help. You need some rehab exercises. And maybe a nebulizer.
Right.
And
the answer is always exercises. I really hate that.
They don't have to be big and they don't have to be hard.
I want a nebulizer now, though. That's the problem. All right, next.
Now I'm wondering about this. This is Urban Moonshine throat spray, coats and moistens.
I'm skeptical of all these things. Okay,
now,
go
ahead. Again, what does it say? It coats and moistens.
It just says
she's like
coats and moistens made with organic sage and spillanthus. Hey, look, so it coats the back of my throat, and you know what it does for me? mental for sure, Nick. I'm already going to answer your question.
Okay. I'm just going to
When
go.
I'm in a session, and it is like, okay, it's like a mental reset. But really, because of acid reflux, I feel like it stops any itchy not coffee, but coughing in my throat and itchiness. But it has alcohol in it. Thoughts, expand, please.
Oh, yeah, alcohol.
Well, alcohol is dehydrating. So I would question whether its long-term use is necessary or is good for your voice.
Right.
Because alcohol will dehydrate you. And spraying that directly onto the back of the pharynx or into the oral cavity might not be hugely beneficial long-term. Again, it's not going to touch the vocal folds. And if you're coughing, then it is at vocal fold level. But like you said, there is power in the psychosomatic element. And if you feel that it helps and it chills you out, that in itself will release some tension and may make you feel better.
Mm.
So the alcohol. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if I had to give a yes or no answer, then the answer's got to be snake oil.
Oh,
but if you feel like it helps you,
then it helps.
And you're aware of the fact that it's not touching your vocal folds, then it's completely up to you.
Right.
I just wouldn't spend. I just don't think there's any point spending the money. Like, you can have all these potions and this spray and that tincture and this drink. Like, just have some water.
So
just have a glass of water.
I have an agent who says water is drying. Opinion.
I'm scared.
Water is drying. What? Don't use water.
Okay, drying for what?
Your throat, your mouth.
Can we just take a second?
It's okay. She won't be watching this, I think. Okay, moving on. Candies. Some people like to use.
This is amazing.
Right? Some people like to use hard candies like lemony. And I got this as a gift. I love it. And someone swears by it because it has lemon oil in the center of it. But it is like a sweet hard candy. In the middle is like this very sour lemon oil.
So it makes your saliva go like that.
Maybe.
And so it moistens your mouth, as opposed to the other thing, which takes all that, dries out your mouth.
So I think like eating wine gums or sucking on sweets is much more enjoyable than spraying some ancient Chinese tincture down your throat. So if you wanted to feel a little bit of extra saliva creation to like soothe the back of the pharynx, anything like that, then yeah, have a bloody wine gum or like have a sweet. But if you think that like there's nothing in that lemon oil that's going to do anything, it's just
really sour, and I think sour maybe makes your mouth water. Is that beneficial?
Yeah, but also remember that sour and acidic things aren't hugely pleasant or useful in there over like a long period of time.
Right.
Because it's acid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to go next because
you do.
I'm right on the thing. This is professional and hospital use lemon glycerin swab sticks. I cannot remember who told me to get these.
Where are you putting those?
Wait till you see them. Pull this thing out.
Okay, so it's quite. Oh.
I suck on. It's like biting into a
You're
lemon.
having a lovely time. Absolutely lovely time.
Swabs. First of all, where do you buy that? But should we?
Firstly, we're seeing it live, so tell us what's happening.
Right.
I'm getting that little sharp thing back here when it's something super sour, and it's filling my mouth with
saliva.
So I guess, yeah.
Does that feel useful in some way?
I can.
Or are you upset and do you want to cry a wee bit?
I gotta go. I guess it's less tacky in my mouth. You know, for mouth noise. Yeah.
And the glycerin is more slippery-y.
I don't taste the I don't feel the glycerin, but maybe that's what it is. But like in the middle of a session, hold please. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
by yourself,
I'd definitely just rather have a glass of water. Like,
I mean,
I think My question with all this stuff, it's never as easy as like yes, no. I could just say no, it's all absolute BS. Just stay hydrated and warm up properly. Like
Right.
that's the crux of it. Watch your diet, look after yourself, drink water, and have a decent warm up on the go and a cool down and that kind of stuff. But I know that people do take comfort in having
Tools.
cures
Mhm.
to these things.
Sure.
So if you think it works for you and you want to spend the money on it, then fine.
Right.
But don't just do something because somebody on a Facebook forum said you should. Like I saw somewhere one person someone was saying they'd lost their voice and someone said put Vicks Vapor Rub on your feet.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I was like, that's not going to do that's not going to do anything for your voice. So
Well,
like I think we have to take personal responsibility.
guess who
in
believes that might work?
Yeah. Okay,
'Cause
well let's
you
discuss
can
it.
put thieves oil on your feet. Thieves oil is essential oils, different clove, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It is absorbed by your feet, which are absorbent, and
Yeah.
And
it
it
absorbs these
slowly
essential
rises to the throat.
Yeah, well that's my
It's
point.
a-
Like I'm not discounting it. I'm absolutely here for the discourse. What does it do for your voice?
Yeah, I think it's about overall like clearing up illness, detoxifying kind of thing. I don't think it's an immediate put it on your
Yeah.
feet and go up to the mic. No, I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I think it's an overnight thing. But yeah, it sounds ridiculous right
Why
now.
does your booth smell minty?
Mm.
It's my feet.
I think the thing to remember, and this is, we're delving into the territory of like, different views on like
I know.
how to approach health and wellness, is that if you think it helps you and you're in the position to own it and do it, then fine.
Right.
But I think it's important and responsible to also say that a good night's sleep, a decent diet, a warm up, and drinking some water is probably all you need.
Yeah.
Amen. You've done so well for us. Thank you. What a pleasure
Aw.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Nick, I'm going to put you on the spot. Have you seen our show?
Yes.
It's okay.
You know what we say at the end of the show?
I think I've watched loads of the starts off and
beginning?
never got to the ends.
Okay, so Kim, fuck it. Let's be awesome now.
We've got shit to do. That's how
I
we
love
end.
that. Drink some water.
This episode of Speechless is brought to you by